Cthulhu exists. The outer gods are real.
At least in Lovecraftian lore they do. But the characters in the universe aren't necessarily supposed to know about them. This is what I'd call forbidden knowledge. Something that in-universe rulers or authors who write the stories don't want us to know. Now, I would like to propose an act of heresy. To speak of something that shouldn't be known and especially not spoken about. The existence of the 2nd and 11th Legions of Space Marines. Their loyalty? Unknown, possibly heretic, possibly loyalist. In both in-universe lore and in real life, very little, if anything, is known about the Lost Legions. All information has been scrubbed from Imperial records of the existence of these two legions. Very few people, some of whom are missing or dead, have any memory of the two legions. Assuming that what we know about these two legions is true, and we aren't being fed lies, both of the missing legions had Primarchs. To get into the history of these two legions, we know that both legions and Primarchs were wiped or possibly deleted from Imperial records before the Horus Heresy. At some point, 20 statues of the 20 Primarchs of the various legions of Space Marines were erected on Terra. However, by the time of the Horus Heresy, the 2nd and 11th Legion statues had been quote-unquote vacant for quite some time. Now, from here, I want to quickly read an excerpt from the Last Council that gives more insight into one of the Lost Legions. Pacing now around the other men and women in the chamber, Alfarius nodded in agreement.
We know the price of destiny, Lord Regent. We know the sacrifices that must be made. There was always a chance that some of us would not live to see the galaxy united beneath our Father's banner. But to deny that they ever existed, to openly dishonor the memory of our fallen brother, what gives you the right to decide that, in secret, behind closed doors?
Malkador glared at him.
Do not speak to me of secrets. You are playing a dangerous game, the three of you, and my patience grows thin.
Then, to skip a bit in the short story, I will skip to another Malkador section.
While our great emperor is absent from the throne world, I carry his authority, and I act in his name. We here, we lords and ladies of terror, have given the matter adequate deliberation and decided that a tribute to a fallen and disgraced Primarch is not a monument worthy of investiary. The statue will be removed, the marble pulverized, and used to line the paths of the state gardens in the inner palace.
And once again, to skip to another Malkador section.
This was your father's command, boy, and you all agreed to it. To disobey now is to break faith with the Emperor himself.
The Primarch gave a wry, defiant grin.
My brother's name was...
Faster than any human thought, Malkador's empty hand snapped up into an arcane gesture, long forgotten by any other living soul on Terra. And just to add additional context to that, in the last section, the last skip I read, the Primarch he was specifically talking to was Horus Lupercal. From this, we can tell that at least one of the Primarchs and their legions fell during the Great Crusade and was quote-unquote disgraced. Thus, the Emperor of Mankind and Malkador decided to remove their presence from the Imperial documents and from the palace and, as Alfarius said, dishonor the memory of our fallen brother. As for which of the two legions this is pointed to, I am unsure. But the same situation could have possibly played out for both legions. At some point after this, Malkador, with the assistance of the Emperor, psychically wiped/repressed any memories of the two legions in all of the 18 remaining Primarchs' heads. However, we do know that this altering of memories wasn't fully successful, as some Primarchs still retained hazy memories of the two lost Primarchs. Now, a major theory is that one of the two lost legions turned heretical at one point, maybe to chaos, more likely to another faction, as they are disgraced and for some reason they were wiped completely and or deleted from Imperial records, which isn't likely to occur unless something as corruption or as falling to another faction would have happened. Now, I'm not going to act like we know much more than that, so for now I will just leave it be, and that will be the end of the video as so far.
Alright, we're back to playing our fun little mini game, and of course it's Pictionary as well. Just leave a like and subscribe. Daily reminder. Anyways, back to the Pictionary at hand. I'm going to start to draw for an image representing both of these legions. 3, 2, 1. Alright, what do you guys think this is? It is the picture of the Men in Black scene